What's working on Facebook right now in 2022? Are your strategies out of date? With all the iOS and privacy changes, a lot has happened in the last 12 months, so I'm giving you a full and complete breakdown of everything that's working right now so you can update your arsenal of tactics and beat the competition. But before we get into the video, make sure you smash that like button if you get any value from my channel because it really helps the channel grow, and that way I can continue to make more free content like this for you guys. And if you're new, please consider subscribing because I'm always releasing new videos to help small businesses like you with your Facebook advertising. So let's not waste any more time and dive right in. So we all know Instagram launched Reels as a copycat of TikTok to compete with TikTok early last year, and they have even rebranded themselves to be a more video-focused platform. Well, since then, Reels have helped brands, businesses, and creators grow in a major way. So what I'm about to tell you, make sure you hop on this ASAP while the attention is still super cheap. Now, what you want to do is run ads in Reels placements only and nowhere else. We've noticed that simply by doing this and not selecting any other placements, our CPM has gone down by 4x. Our normal CPM is anywhere from $7 to $12, but with Reels, it has dropped to $2 to $3, which is just insane. If that's not cost-effective attention at scale, I don't know what is.
I'm all about underpriced attention.
Newsflash, this is even cheaper than TikTok. It's almost reminiscent of the early days of Facebook when universal targeting was this cheap. So not only has our CPM decreased, our return on ad spend has increased substantially as well. Obviously, this is a symptom of being able to reach much more people at scale at such a lower cost. And by the way, this is common sense and should also go without saying, but don't be stupid when creating Reels ads. Like, please, for the love of God, do not film a square or a horizontal video and run that as an ad. That, my friend, is a pure waste of money. I mean, you might as well be throwing your hard-earned dollars at Mark Zuckerberg, as if he needs us to be paying him more money. But seriously, please film and edit your Reels ads in a 9:16 vertical format so it looks native to Reels. When I see square or horizontal videos in my stories, I immediately swipe away because that's just being lazy and I know it wasn't designed for those placements. So please don't let this happen to you, otherwise I guarantee your video ad will not perform as well. With that being said, what are the elements of a good Reel ad? First, don't think that you need to create these lip syncing videos or dancing videos in order for your ad to perform well in Reels. Think of your Reels ad as any other piece of value-driven content. Lead with value first and how it can make your prospect's life better. For example, if you have a supplements brand, talk about how your supplements build better stamina, create better eating habits, builds more muscle, and keep it under 30 seconds for the best results. Oh, and by the way, if you're struggling to scale your ads right now and not seeing the results you want due to the iOS 14 issues, we'd love to help you out. We've adapted to the new changes and our clients have been seeing record-breaking months since iOS 14 dropped. So if this sounds like something you're interested in and you're doing $20,000 a month in sales, go ahead and click the link below to book a discovery call with me. We've been implementing plenty of new strategies to help our clients continue to scale, and we would love to do the same for you. Interest targeting is winning the game, and it will continue to be the best option until Facebook can get their shit together and improve their lookalike audiences. But for right now, interest-based targeting is by far delivering the best results for our clients, but not just any interests. There is a right way and a wrong way to go about interest targeting, and the wrong way can actually really hurt your ad performance. So what's the wrong way? Well, you don't want to target interests like macaroni penguins, which has the total market size of a grocery store parking lot. And yes, this is a real species of penguins. I did not just make this up. But anyway, putting this kind of constraint on the algorithm is not going to yield great results. Your ads probably won't even be shown to anyone because the reach is so small, or your CPMs will just be through the roof. When it comes to interest-based targeting, instead, you want to use large, broad audiences. I'm talking things like health and wellness, diets, fitness, and things like that. Or if we're sticking to our example of birds that can't fly, maybe just exotic birds, because these are fairly general and broad enough where there is still a lot of data that Facebook has about people with these interests or preferences. Once you've put enough money towards testing a variety of different interests, this is where things start to get fun. You can now take all your best performing interests, the ones that produce the most sales and highest returns for you. Ideally, you will have spent at least a couple $1,000s with each of these interests so that it's substantiated by more data. Then layer all your winning interests into a single ad set, thus creating a stack of your best interest-based audiences while also expanding your overall audience size. This nearly always creates a super powerful audience that will inevitably last you a very long time. This is one I actually haven't spoken about on my channel before, but it's an awesome feature that you will absolutely want to take advantage of. Imagine you have hundreds of products in your store. You're probably going to struggle with creating ads for each and every one of those products. Which specific products should you promote? Which collections are best to show to cold prospects to get them to convert? Can you imagine how much of a headache it would be to decide among hundreds of items and choose which ones to feature in your ads? That is a literal nightmare. So dynamic ads eliminates a lot of the guesswork in creating your ads and makes your entire process so much easier. With dynamic ads, you have a feed that pulls all the items from your store into Facebook. And using that feed, you can create a carousel that dynamically shows different items in your catalog based on what people are most likely to respond to. To create a dynamic product ad, all you have to do is go into the ad creation level and make sure create ad is selected, and you want to toggle this feature right here that says dynamic formats and creative. Then down here, you should have an option to select your catalog. This is something that integrates from your store directly to Facebook. You might see several different options here. I'm just going to select Shopify product catalog. Then choose your product set. You might have a few pre-made ones here, but you can also create your own product sets based on how items are categorized in your store. And you can see the ad preview will automatically populate a carousel with images of products in your store. Now, I need to emphasize that the images are dynamic, meaning different users will see different items based on what Facebook determines will get users to convert and what content they've interacted with. From there, you can go on and create the rest of your ad like you normally would, fill in your primary text, headline, and description. Now, in these fields, you also have the option to pull in various dynamic metadata. So in your headline, you could put the name of the product. Maybe you also want to add the price. And description is optional, of course, but you could also pull in the description of your product here as well. And these fields are automatically mapped to match the image of the product being shown. So you don't have to manually search and type in the details for each item, which is pretty amazing. Then fill in your website URL, where you want customers to go. And I would leave the default settings for the rest of these fields here as is. And that's it. That's how you would go about creating a dynamic product ad. These dynamic ads are great for all stages of the funnel. Definitely recommend using this for your retargeting. By now, you should know that Facebook is favoring broad audiences over small audiences because of the data constraints. But exactly how large is large enough? Great question. And the answer is, it depends. I would aim for a potential reach of at least 500K. If you're advertising locally, you might very well be constrained by your geography, in which case your best option is to just maximize your reach to everyone that fits your targeting criteria. If your initial market size is too small as a result of how your detailed targeting is set up, add more similar interests, as many as you possibly can until you achieve that larger market size. Now, on the other hand, you might be thinking, well, how big is too big? You can have an audience that's hundreds of millions of people, which is just ridiculous for a daily budget of $50. So the question then becomes, how much are you spending? Is it more than 5K a day? Is it 500 a day? If your daily budget is about 5,000, you actually want these ginormous audiences. But if it's under $500 a day as your ad spend, it should be around a million or 50 million so that it's more defined for the best results. And it's especially important to widen your audience when it comes to retargeting, because most of the conversion events that take place off Facebook and on your website are pretty much useless in terms of tracking. So the best way to circumvent these constraints is to give the AI more data, which means using longer time frames like 90 to 180 days instead of 7 to 30 days. So if you were retargeting all website visitors in the last 14 days, you will want to up that to 90 days so Facebook has more traffic data. And do this for all your add to carts, checkouts, page views, and purchases, etc. So that's a breakdown of what's working right now with Facebook ads. Let me know in the comments down below if I've missed anything. As a reminder, if you're doing at least $20,000 a month and you're interested in having my agency create, optimize, and manage your Facebook ad campaigns, click the link in the description box below to book a discovery call with me. As always, if you got any value from this video, destroy that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and share this video with a friend who you think will benefit from this. Until next time, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!